Hey everyone, we are back with the second match for today, the last match of this week. We're in the first week of our first official season of the Due Process League. And now we're going to see Fluff versus SPG. Fluff being the veterans here and SPG being a brand new team. And I think most of the players are also brand new players, basically just picked up the game a few weeks ago, just before the beta started, basically. And so this is going to be like, the expectation is clearly here that Fluff is going to take that. But again, as last match, we want to see what the new guys will bring to the table. So yeah, Plaeg, what are you looking for? What are your expectations here?
I think we're going to see a very similar match as we saw the last game. I think Fluff is going to be able to take the victory on this set of best of three, just because Fluff has the experience, right? I'm not saying the other people are bad. I've seen them play. They're all very good. Both sides, everybody on both teams are very, very good. It's just, I think right now it comes to experience and just how well you can play with your teammates.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we're on the first map. It's a Hades Donut. It's a kill house map. Well, it has a kill box, but it's a kill house map. With the bomb in the center on lockers. This is actually the same map we had last match, if I'm not mistaken, or the match before that, actually the first match I think, between Flatline and the Reds. So you can, you have the breezeway on the northern east part of the map, which allows you to get a really, really short path towards bomb, either through the green doors here, which is a little tricky because you have to pass office, or you take a wall charge and go into lockers. The alternative is, when that seems like something like the defenders expecting here, at least, the defenders being SPG in this case, you can go through reception and place a wall charge here and get just right onto the bomb. The attackers, in this case Fluff, are planning right now for a door charge into kitchen, though. They don't want to go for the wall charge here, apparently. So it seems like they're setting up for a split push through kitchen and reception. And they're drawing arrows where they expect enemies and for a line of sight they want to take. And so yeah, they're not going for any of those fancy wall charge plays here. They're just going to stick to a good all split push. And they start moving out, and the defenders are set up. So let's see how this goes.
Bilber is going to place that wall on that door charge right into kitchen, right as we suspected. Ned's going to be slow pushing up through breezeway, and there's the blast. Spermy with the tub is going to be sitting there watching that red door. Palma stops the flash in. Hope Bilbo can get the kill on him. He cannot. Spermy was able to take down Bilbo and Marbles. This is what I'm talking about. Great player. He has two. He's looking for the third. Frosty and Socks are in reception, slowly making their way up, and Ned is in breezeway. Frosty was able to take down Spermy, and now it's a 3v3. They're slowly making their way up from Killbox and Breezeway into Office. It's what they like to see. Slow and steady is going to win this race.
I mean, that's what we know from Whiskey Wednesday, and those are mostly ex-Whiskey Wednesday players, or Fluff is mostly ex-Whiskey Wednesday players. So
yes, they are.
That's what we used to from them from last season. So
Kai's going to be sitting there with the group, or Socks see him. He's trying to get the shot on him, and he gets the kill. Now it's a 2v3, and Ned is in Office, about to push up on Tibor. Socks is taking his time, trying to get the peek on Sleep, and Sleep is doing the same through there. Ned's completely locked off thanks to that Molotov, and Socks is in the house, gets the kill on Sleep. That's a 3K, he's looking for the 4, and he gets it. That's a 4K for unmatching Socks.
Nice. Well played by Fluff here after a pull. Damn it. Words! I'm sorry. After the double kill by Spermy at the beginning, it looked really, really bad for their push. They lost complete control over half of their split push. But they managed to get it back. Basically, Spermy was proving that the defender shotgun is is a valuable weapon, taking out the double kill there on close range, and that completely threw Fluff off. But they just reorganized, took it slow and steady, as you said, and did make it happen. Like basically, what happened was I think it was Socks and Frosty were pushing through reception, taking out Kofu there, and then getting a long shot through the green door onto Spermy, taking him out, and then they just, as I said, reorganized and basically walked around the whole map and made a new plan on the fly, and they made this victory happen. And wow, I'm stumbling over my words. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Cool. It's I'm getting a little. It's getting a little late here, and I did not have too much sleep the last few days, so my brain is starting to melt. So, but enough of me. Let's talk about the second map, which is a Brutus Exile here. It's a sea storm. And Fluff took the first round, so they have all the options now. They still have 2 charges, 2 clackers left, so they can do whatever they want, basically. We have a huge storefront with the bomb being in there, so that's always a good option. Just go in there, take the shutters down, or blow the shutters up, rather, and go straight for the bomb. Alternatively, you can go through the bathroom here with the door charge, taking out power, which also gives you a direct line onto the bomb, basically a direct path. Without much effort, to be honest. The rest of the map is kind of less important, so to speak, because well, there's nothing there. You can use it, however, to set up flanks and pincer holes and whatnot, and stuff like that. And so we will see if Fluff is going for any of that. But for now, it looks like they're planning on a straight full force shutter supply, just breaching in there, spreading out, taking all 3 paths to storefront, clearing out freezer, holding bathroom. Like, they just want to hold storefront basically and take the bomb, it looks like. And it seems like SPG is expecting them to go to either to bathroom or arcade. They want to set up their barbed wire there. They're expecting them to go through freezer into office and stuff like that. And none of that's going to happen. So they're not setting up in storefront at all, which might get them into trouble. We will see.
Because will.
Yeah, if Fluff takes storefront, it's going to be really hard for the defenders to take it back. Like, this is a thing in this game. If the attackers can get hold of the bomb room, all of a sudden the tables have turned and the defenders are the attackers now, and that's usually not going to work out for them because they don't have the health, they don't have the tools to do so. So we will see how it plays out.
So Billboard and Socks are going around the top side of this map, the northern side, both with shotguns. Frosty and Ned are still standing in the truck. I think we might have some connection issues. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but Marbles is waiting at shutters. Not
seems
good.
like they're... Do they have... I think they placed a door charge already. Yeah, or wall charge, rather. So, yeah, it seems like Frosty and Ned are not here. That's unfortunate. I'm not going to post anything in chat to not inform the defenders of any stuff, but well, okay, never mind.
I'd already sent it.
Well, they're pushing in, and regardless, with 3 people.
And looks like they're going to be able to get it. Takes down Spermy. Marbles is already in there. Frosty is taking his time to get there. That's already 3 defenders down, 1 from each of the attacking attackers. Kai sitting in the freezer with a nag, gets the kill on Marbles and is rotating back into office. Billboard's following up on that kill as Tibor was taken down, and that's a... They didn't need the 2 other people. They don't even need them. Billboard got a 3K like nobody's business.
That was strong. Like, Ned and Frosty came back eventually. Frosty a little earlier than Ned there. He could have potentially participated in this fight, but he didn't really. It was all down to the other 3. They just managed to, well, take out all the defenders here. And expected it happened, or it played out exactly as we just predicted. They took storefront, and it got really hard for the defenders to do anything. Basically, they got shot. Like, they were behind all the doors that lead into storefront, and the attackers just managed to, well, take them out through those doors, and take them down, and well, take a very, very strong second round. They now have a auto shotgun, so that's going to be helpful.
It really will be.
Yeah, so they have all the tools to make this a quick 3-0 here. They still have a door charge left. They have an auto shotgun, and yeah, they seem to have the skill and the coordination to really put SPG in their place here.
Yeah, and we're talking about potentially one of the better teams of the entire league. Like, these are, former Whiskey Wednesday members, so they're good. And then on top of that, they're all really good shooters. They're really good aimers. I see them practicing, trying to get scrims every second that they can. They're always trying to play, which is really, really good. And if they can't play with another team, they're hopping into casuals. They're hopping into ranks. They're always playing. And I think it's really paying off.
For sure. I mean, yeah, Fluff just won this based on, like, they had the stronger aim there, really, and rushed in and took them out. I mean, the attackers have the advantage if they get in a fair 1v1. The attackers usually win if the skill is equal. And well, they basically completely subverted the defense strategy here and just rushed into a storefront, which SPG didn't expect. And so they could get in these positions where they could just get in these straight 1v1s, and it didn't matter that they didn't have Frosty or Nat available to them. So that was a very, very strong performance from Fluff here. But we're on the third map now, Mighty Quarterback, which is the factory map. So yeah, okay, we have storage on the eastern side of the map, which allows you to get into Toxic, where the fan and power is, or onto Dock, which leads you to the main area, like a conveyor belt area, or into Office, which has a red door on this map. And it seems like Fluff wants to go through the red door on Office potentially, or on the defend on Toxic. That's not quite clear from the drawings here. The defenders are clearly like marking out storage. Don't go into storage. This is a death trap. And I think they're right. You don't want to be in there. Like, there are two green doors that you just cannot hold this room. It's impossible. Yeah. Especially because you cannot even rotate out through the north, because then you're getting picked off from the fan. So storage is like really, really dangerous. Sleep is setting up in the northern part of like north from storage in Toxic, and seems like the attackers are setting up for a split push with one of them being on fan.
Yeah, Ned and Frosty are already inside storage, pushing up really quickly. Spermie's going to be sitting with the K-car right side on that area. T-Bor's already in position to get the kill, but fails to do so, and Billboard's taken down. That was a nice trade. Sleep also got the kill on Ned, but was taken down himself. It is now 2v3, going to Fluff. Frosty and Sucks are in the Toxic area. They didn't even blow Fan. They really did it to get the sightlines. And now Marbles is waiting for his chance to get in. That's all that matters right now, is taking it slow. They still have a minute and 30 seconds left on the clock. Sucks didn't even see Kai, but was able to turn around, get the flick on him. It's now Kofu to get the kill and win. Sucks is sitting on docks. Frosty and Toxic.
It doesn't look good for SPG here, for sure.
Definitely doesn't. Kofu's already at half health. He is in a very tight position. Marbles gets the angle and gets the kill. Great push from Fluff.
3-0 for Fluff here. Very, very, very strong start for them. SPG doesn't stand a chance so far. They get some kills here in between, but it's not quite enough overall. Yeah. Like, Sleep got a good kill on that in Toxic after rushing, but just got picked up afterwards from Frosty. So it didn't really worked out for them. And yeah, they got a kill in the Office, but even also that was not enough. And then they were just like down too many men and couldn't hold back the attacker push. And again, we saw the very, very slow methodical play from Fluff here, doing the initial breach and then reorganizing, looking, okay, in what situation are we, and just making new tactical decisions, or making tactical decisions on the fly and reorganizing and setting up a new plan, basically, or not the same new plan, but adjusting their plan to the current situation, and then just following through, and it worked out every round so far for them. So good job on them. So yeah, we're back to Hades Donut, and now we have SPG can show us if they're maybe strong on attack against Fluff, and can get the Fluff guy can catch the Fluff guys off guard or on the wrong foot. And we're back on as I said, on Hades Donut, which is the kill house map here, and we will see if they maybe bring a wall charge to the game. Fluff decided not to in the first round. They did the split push through kitchen and courtyard. Oh, sorry. That was my phone going off. And yeah, we will see if they do a wall charge. It seems like they're at least thinking about it, considering the wall charge through reception and also the one through breezeway. We'll see. They cannot do both, obviously. So we'll see what they decide to do in the end. Fluff is setting up for barbed wire in lockers. And that's basically the drawing. I think they want to get some line of sight. Maybe they want to have someone in breezeway here. It looks like they're doing some lines there. Maybe they want to have someone in breezeway. That's a very, very risky play. But maybe it works out for them. We'll see if they try doing that, or they just set up in killbox. And no, they want to set in breezeway. Someone is there. I'm not sure who it is. We'll see in a second as soon as the HUD updates.
I think so, they're setting up mob, actually.
Is that a mob? It might be.
I think it is.
I think you might be right. So yeah, they have, it's marbles with the mob in breezeway. Rest of the team is mostly set up in Office, actually, with unmatching socks and lockers. And Marbles trying to take the shot, but missed.
Yeah, Marbles did miss his shot, and now SPG is working their way up. Sleep was able to get Ned, who was trying to get a cheeky angle in an area. Spermy is now working his way through Breezeway, and as is the rest of the team. They're already inside, and Marbles gets this mop on T-Bor. They've rotated out of there and given up the area of Breezeway. Frosty sitting in the smoke, waiting for his chance to knack attack him. And Sleep has already made his way into Reception, slowly and steadily. He's going to try to flank. Spermy's taking his time getting inside. They're all really going slowly on this one. They don't even know what they're supposed to do. Frosty's really, really waiting. Great patience on his part. And he's inside. Frosty was taken down, so was Sleep in Reception. It's now 3v3. Kofu's trying to get a lot of wall bangs, and Billboard is out in nowhere. He's in Kitchen. He has to rotate really quickly if he's going to go all the way around there. They blew it up, but did nothing. They didn't even enter with it. Kofu's already inside Bomb Room, along with Spermy and Kai. They're all there, and Sox is trying to get the shotgun kill on him. Will he be able to? Marbles gets the gat shot on him. Maybe that was the LS, but it's now 2v3, 2v2. Spermy's taken down. Kofu's still there, but he's taken down from Billboard. He was able to wrap behind.
They really tried to put the pressure on Fluff here by just starting the defuse, even though Fluff was like quite around, right around the corner, and it almost worked out. But I think they pushed it a little bit too far. They should have canceled the defuse there in the last second and just started shooting at them. It was interesting to see they threw not the Molotov. They threw the smoke grenade in the breezeway door basically, and then didn't really follow up on it. Frosty was just waiting there. That was actually interesting to see because most defenders, when they are caught in the smoke grenade, just fall back and go out because they can't see anything. But Frosty was like, I'm sitting here. I have a knack. If anyone is getting into this dome, I'm gonna delete them. And so he was just sitting there patiently. Eventually, he got flashed when the smoke was down and then taken out, so he couldn't really do anything. But it took them a lot of time to go through there eventually. And then they reached into the bomb room, but got denied by a Molotov, which really really put them off. And so they lost this run as well, unfortunately. So this is actually game point already for Fluff. With 4-0, and this is the second and maybe last round for SPG to attack in this game. So we're on Brutus Exile again, and we'll see what SPG is going to do this time around. Fluff is setting up, want to bring a lot of barbed wire, apparently. One in bathroom to stop potential power plays, one in storage to delay attacks through arcade, and one in storefront to just make it less easy for the attackers to navigate in storefront here. Seems like SPG wants to go for power. It's always a strong choice because usually you can only really reliably take one round with power as the attackers because you only have 4 NVGs. But if you manage to pull it off, it's usually very, very strong because, the defenders don't have NVGs and it's hard to see in the dark, except for Flatline last game, if I remember correctly, where they just deleted all the attackers even though they turned off power somehow. I'm still puzzled on how they managed to do that. But enough of that. Seems like SPG is setting up for that power play. And Fluff kind of expects it, they have one guy in bathroom holding their position with the barbed wire, and they have 2 guys in storage who can potentially flank them if they go through there. So this might end up pretty bad for SPG when they go through here, but we'll see. Maybe they can do it.
SPG is gonna have to really play this well. If they wanted to get the kills, right, and the victory, they're gonna have to really play well because this is last round potentially. Here we go.
Yeah, they have a frag grenade though, so that's gonna help with the door with the barbed wire.
They're really taking their time getting that door charge on that red bathroom door. Sox makes the last minute decision to rotate out, which I think is for the better.
Oh, he had a clacker, I just realized. I think he's trying to bait the wall charge.
I think he is as well. He needs to get back and go ahead and clack that if he wants to. I don't think he will. I think the defender clack is out of it now.
Sleep and Kofu both very slowly and sneaked around the map and now setting up for arcade and Shed apparently. They're taking their time.
Shed kick. And there's the door breach. Marbles is right there. He throws the Molotov. Is getting hit by his own, but was able to get out of it. Spermy's rushing up behind him with a black tar. Now Kai and Spermy are inside the house. So is Kofu and Sleep, both in arcade, taking their time pushing up. Kai's looking at Kofu. I thought that was going to be about to be a TK, but Marbles is able to take down Spermy, and they're all stuck inside storefront. Man, Fluff is going to have to play this one really well if they want to take the victory. Frosty's waiting for his chance to get the knack attack. Does a little bit of damage, but not enough. He's really waiting. There it is. He's able to get Tibor. I think that was with a shorty, and Kai's able to take down Frosty. Kofu's making his way up into and trying to grab some kills, but no, shut down from Billboard. It's now Sleep and Kai, who are kind of stuck in their own respective areas. And there it is. There it is. That's the game. 5-0 Fluff wipe.
Woo. Wow. That was really, really interesting though. SPG was like taking their time, and you could see like Fluff kind of losing their patience. Like they started running around. Sox tried to like catch the wall charge or charge with his clacker, and they started to move around a little bit. And then they made this like they sneaked around the whole map, kicked in the Shadow as a distraction, and at that point, and then it went really, really fast. They blew up the door charge, rushed through the Molotov and took out power, and the defenders were pulling back all cramped into storefront, and that's potentially dangerous, but they managed to hold their angles and could keep the attackers out, and then like got one pick, got another pick, and then they just had like more bodies and could hold them off. And but that was, I still think it was a strong push. It was just not quite enough to get through the really, really strong players on Fluff's roster.
I think what SPG is missing right now is their team coordination. Like, they have the plans, they're all good at the game. I think what they need to work on next is checking each other and like really helping each other on the corners and the angles and areas. Like, we had 3 people all stuck in storage, and Frosty was able to take down one of them, and then Kai rushed in and Tofu didn't assist.
Yeah,
I think that's what they're missing right now. It's just
it's
the assist.
I would agree. Like, it seems like they get good plans and like they coordinate on execute them together, but as soon as they actually get in and the action starts, they're kind of losing their synergy and don't quite like they don't quite help out each other. They don't rush in when they should, and just then lose the momentum basically. And against a team like Fluff, you can't make these mistakes. Well, you can, but it's going to lose you the game, as we saw here.
Yeah. And I think another example of that, specifically on the last round we saw, was in Bathroom. Marbles was able to throw the Molotov, and there is a strategy of just rushing the Molotov. Sure, you can take a little bit of damage, but that's all armor, right? Because you know, attackers have the more health, so they can do that. But in doing so, he left his teammate, and now they were separated in a very large L bathroom between Molotovs, and that's really hard to do. And that's, again, kind of leads up to the idea that maybe SPG needs to work on their team coordination in terms of assisting.
I also, though we sound very negative right now, I just want to point out, like, they're up against Fluff. Fluff is like, for sure, one of the absolute top teams right now. So we don't expect them to win here. We're just like trying to figure out what are their strong points and their weak points, and that seems like a thing they can improve on and get better over the season. I'm sure that it wouldn't look as bad for them if they would not be facing like one of the absolute strongest teams. Like, everyone on Fluff is like an absolute legend. Every player on there is like super, super strong in a personal level, but they're also playing together so much, as you mentioned earlier. So they're a really, really strong team, and they don't seem to joke around today. They took this serious from the start and just executed it perfectly. Like, they're looking, they're hungry for blood here. I have a feeling Fluff is really looking to win this season. They just showed like they're not joking around. They're in for this for real. And they look cute with the little corgis there, but
everything.
Trust me, they have sharp teeth.
Everything we're saying about SPG, and even if we're talking about other teams, this is all from someone who, one, doesn't play a lot. He was on a team, and I'm talking about myself, but at the same time, it's all what I think could be constructive, right?
For sure.
We want to see these.
Like, we're not shitting on them at all. We're actually very, very glad that they're here and want to see more of them. And I think they showed some very strong plays. Like, I would just want to reiterate in that they had some cool plans and they executed them very, very synchronously, and it worked out really well. And then when they actually got in and the action started, it started to fall apart a little bit. But they definitely showed that they have what it takes to become a good team. So I'm looking forward to see more of them. In this next match, hopefully, and it's very for sure during the next season. So yeah, we're in the second match already. We're loading in. So this is right straight back to back. No time for a bathroom break, and we're on the next map. This time around, this time again, Fluff is on the attack first. We're on Secret Sandwich. Okay, I'm just gonna get you in on a secret. Sandwich, which is one of our level designers, is like every map that gets the random, like that gets Sandwich in the name and the names are random, is gonna happen. Like basically the level designers like get a lot of maps, like, and sometimes they just throw them away, and some of them like will come to life. But every map that has the name Sandwich in it is gonna make it into the game somehow. So this is one of them. It's Secret Sandwich. It's a factory map. And it's a pretty, like, a very horizontal one. Like, it's a very lengthy one with a double office in the center of it and the bomb on the western part of it. Very interesting layout here, in fact. Fan is on the west part. And so Fan is on the west part, so that's the way into bomb, like if you want to be quick. And the other options is going through docks or green on the western part of the map, potentially taking power, but then you have to somehow get through that fortress, which is this double office thing here in the center. The only way, through that, I think you can go below the bridge, or you can go up the stairs on the southern office. So that's the two options to get through there. But that's going to be hard to take for sure. Like, people can be on the bridge, can be in the green door of the northern office, can be on the green door in the southern office, and just hold all those angles. And so we'll see what the attackers do. It seems like they want to split up 2-3 through fan and green, and the defenders are mostly holding the western part of the map.
All right, and they are off. Frosty, Socks, and Ned are pushing up through that toxic green, like we were saying. And then Marbles and Bulwark are really going slow to that fan. That's what matters. They're going really, really slow. And this is a very long map, too. Like, very, very long. So Sock, Frosty, and Ned are going to have a hard time backing up their players. But what? A wall bang into a kill. Man, Socks, what a kill.
I'm surprised he got that. Like, what the hell?
Me too. That was kind of crazy. Now it's just Kofu, Kai, Tibor, and Bud. Bud is subbing in. Yeah. I forgot to mention that. So Bud is subbing in. Wow. Frosty was able to get behind him. Billboard and Marbles just finally blasted, but was taken down by Tibor, who's sitting on the bomb, waiting for his chance to strike. Billboard was able to take down Kofu, and now it's just a slow push from behind, trying to take out both Tibor and Kai. They're on the back foot now, and it's just Kai. Uh-oh. This is not good.
No, this is not looking good for him.
No, not at all. They are all pushing their way up. Looks like Frosty's going to come up behind and get the
jumping over the railway there.
Oh, man, a jumping kill.
Not railway, over the rails. And kills him mid-air, I believe. Very impressive. Oh, yeah, that was a strong push, especially the early kill on Spermy. Like, what was that? He was just, like, expecting him to sit there. I mean, it's a good spot for a defender to sit there. So, yeah, I guess Socks just took the shot there. Maybe, I don't know, now you can't see him through that at all. I don't think there's any way he could have seen that. So, maybe they saw him through fan and told him where he is. Maybe, but it might have just been a blind shot. Who knows?
I quickly switched into fly cam, and that is such a nice sightline. Like, there was nothing. And
from fan?
I'm trying to look from, like, fan. There's no way. I think that was just straight up luck that Socks was able to just unload into
I would
the
call
wall.
it prediction. Like,
prediction.
Like
he definitely prediction.
One more to be there, and then got obviously a little lucky with that he actually got the kill there. But yeah, he predicted a defender to be there and just unloaded, and well, it worked out. So very, very well played. I'm very impressed by that. They're not fooling around at all. Like, for sure. Really, really strong push again. So yeah, let's see if they keep up the power here on the second map. Aris tied, another kill house map. Let's see, we have bomb in training in the northern part. Pretty like there are no really short paths towards bomb. You either have to go through lockers, which leads you through office into training, or you have to go through courtyard, through kitchen, and then into training. And it seems like the shortest path to bomb is in fact through checkpoint with the wall charge into training. That's something SPG is expecting here for sure. And it seems like at least Fluff is at least thinking about it. They have circled the wall. Now they're raising all. I think they just like made the drawings like, okay, this is all the options we have. Let's now erase all of it and make draw what we actually want to do. And it seems like they decided to do an eco play through checkpoint, splitting up into club and kitchen. It seems like SPG wants to avoid club entirely. So that's going to be easy to push through. We'll see if they're expecting them to go through kitchen there. Like these lines actually match up quite well. Like that's nice to see.
I think it's going to be a really, really good one. I think SPG is going to have a nice chance to hold because they are predicting Fluff really well.
Yeah, for sure. They're setting up in training mostly, Spermy in office, Tibor Terran in kitchen, and this Tibor Terran's position here is really, really important. He has to stop them to go through from going through there, or at least delay them or deal some damage, because if not, then they're gonna collapse on training eventually, and that's not going to be good for SPG. K is running around club. Actually, that's not what they planned, but I guess he decided to do it anyway. So we will see. Billboard is trying to get some angles to the windows, and the rest of the team is setting up hook checkpoint.
All right, there we go. Ned, Marbles, Frosty, and Socks are pushing up to checkpoint right now, and they are in. They're actually going 3 to club, 1 to kitchen. I think what we might see is, Socks is already taken down from a very, very nice wall bang from Tibor, and Billboard was able to get a double kill on Bud and Tibor. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Evening up the signs like nobody's business. Kofu's rotating around, trying to get a nice sight line onto the area where he thinks Billboard is, but Billboard is sitting outside. He's taking a leisure stroll out in Florida over here. Spermy is inside, Marbles is inside, gets a double kill. Ned was the one to get Spermy and Marbles on Kai, and it's just Kofu. It's just Kofu. Oh no, this is not going well for Kofu. And it's a neck attack. He gets one, and he has one more
ammo basically now.
It was running around. It was running around like a chicken with its head cut off. That was very scary for him.
The neck can be very, very strong on defense if you're getting these close angles like in training. But you don't want to face more than one attacker. Like 2 is maybe doable, but if you have to kill more than 2, then you're going to run out of ammo for sure. So he was set up for failure there. But it was, wow, the first kill from Tibor was super, super impressive. He was sitting behind the wall, waited for the door to kick, and then just unloaded through the wall, taking out Socks there perfectly. Then Billboard though, with the double kill through the window when Tibor was rotating. Like he rotated back into training, but was just waiting out behind the door actually. Tibor opened the door and Billboard just took out both. Like that was that was unfortunate. It was interesting because Billboard saw Tibor running around in kitchen before, and I think Tibor didn't realize. But Billboard didn't took the shot earlier because it was like, okay, no, I'm not getting killed here, and was waiting patiently for the perfect situation, and then executed the double kill. So very
Billboard
impressive.
did a great job waiting for his time to strike, and it definitely paid off.
It was a good push by Fluff though, like putting the double flash smoke grenades next to the checkpoint, so denying all line of sight through those windows, so they have an easy time going through there. And except for Sox, it worked out for not for Sox, but for the Western team, it worked out quite well, and they pushed into North, and then it was just down to Kofu. And so he was set up for failure there. There was no way he would make that without like what's the word? God damn it. You know what I mean. So we're on the third map, which is Silver Retribution. Fluff is ahead 2-0. I think they still have 2 charges, the wall charge and the door charge, I believe.
Yes, they should have 2 charges.
Yeah, they did. They decided to go eco on the second round. So interesting. They have 2 charges. They can do whatever they want. This is a pretty big C-store with a huge storefront, and like interestingly enough, like this is a very interestingly shaped storefront with rooms on all sides, basically. It's splitting office and arcade. Well, there's chat as well. But besides that, it's splitting office and arcade. The bomb is right between the 2. And yeah, you can go either through office, through the red door in office. You can go through storefront, obviously through shutters. There's another option to go into the red door and bathroom on the north, which leads to power and freezer, or you take like the green entry into arcade, which leads you into shed or storage, which is a long path to bomb basically. Seems like Fluff is setting up for office mainly, if I'm seeing this correctly. Yeah, office and then wall charge into bomb actually, I think. So that's going to be interesting. SPG have set up in bomb room mostly.
If they do the wall charge as well, and man, they're going far from shutters. They really don't want to be heard. If they do go to the wall charge,
a dangerous spot there.
it's gonna be a very quick execution.
Yeah, they're like Kofu is like right where the wall charge is gonna blow, so this is gonna be very dangerous for him.
Yeah, they're really taking their time with those door charge as well. Do they? Yes, they do have the door charge. It's already been placed on the door. There it is. They do have the wall charges as well, and they are already inside. Socks, Ned, and Marbles inside. They're really taking the time, and there's the wall charge. Kofu was able to back up, but Kai's rushing up, and he gets taken down! And there it is. They're going to just instantly rush up and do the defuse. T-Bor's trying to get the kill, but he was taken down, and Kofu's with the knack attacks already there. But Bo was trying to come up from behind, was taken down from Frosty. It's just Kofu again, and he's down! Wow.
Okay, so the first kill was actually the most impressive one. So what happened is Socks and Billboard with the shotgun and the mob rotated around office and set up for shed. And Billboard, Socks with the shotgun shot open the door handle, and Billboard just sniped, I think Spermy it was, through the door. That was like, he was not expecting anything. Like I at first thought they're waiting for a rotation, but no, that was an attack plan. That was really well executed.
It was super unfortunate for that one defender to kind of rotate around. He thought, okay, they did the red door, but they're taking too long, so they're probably not going to do the wall. And then they do the wall and he dies. Oh, it's so unfortunate.
Yeah. Getting caught in the blast there. So again, 3-0 for Fluff. Again, in the second match, they're definitely not pulling their punches. Like they're using any trick in the book they know of, like for sure. Like especially the shotgun mob play there, that was excellent. And now they're on the defense, so we'll see how they can hold this really long factory. Seems like SPGA also plans to do like a similar strategy, splitting up 2-3 on Fan and Toxic. That's basically the same thing as Fluff did. It's a reasonable plan, really. Like you cannot just come in from the east. Like if you're trying to do everything from the eastern side of the map on this here, you're gonna have to face this big fortress, which is really hard to take. So it's reasonable to set up on Fan. But the defenders can obviously plan for that as well. They want to put barbed wire around fans so they cannot just jump through there basically or rush through there. And it seems like SPG wants to smoke off the southern part of the bomb, or actually they decided, well, maybe not. They're thinking about it, where they want to smoke. They also want to smoke Toxic and then go through the southern part into storage.
I also quickly want to point out, last time we saw this, we saw a very cheeky kill from Socks through the wall.
Yeah.
And I was listening and reading some things we heard from other people, and it was from Fan that they did say, hey, he's right there, shoot right here. And
cool.
That's how he did the kill.
That's super cool. I think that's even more impressive. Or maybe not impressive, but it's even cooler than just taking the blind shot there. Like the coordination to say, yeah, he's right at power, just shoot at power, and he's taking the shot and gets the kill. That's super cool. Yeah, as I said, they don't pull their punches whatsoever.
Absolutely. All right,
but
Kofu
and Blood attack.
Making their way into Toxic. Both Kai, Spermy, and T-Bor are really going slow on this Fan. They're taking their time, but Frosty has sightlines on it, and so does Socks. They're able to get some damage on Spermy. Kofu and Bud are really pushing up strong through storage. Billboard's going to be able to get some shots out, but not enough to get the kill. That was put them both really low. There's the blast on Fan, and Spermy is taking his time to get in. There's a smoke. That was a really awkward smoke. It didn't really work out for either one of them, and Kai's already inside, landed on a Molotov, and was taken down. Wow, Socks was able to, Marbles was able to get Kofu, who was all the way on Toxic, a long shot with a mop. And wow, this is
Bot's
just
going down
this
as
is
well.
not looking good. It's just Tibor left. Wow.
Yeah,
This
very
is
strong defense
not
again from
good.
Fluff.
And looks like he's gonna try to take down Socks. He was able to take down Socks, and now it's Billboard, Marbles, Frosty, Ned. They're all right
He got
there.
Billboard though. He got a double kill there. So
He
great
did get the double
execution,
kill.
actually, but not quite enough. Like if you're alone up against 5, then taking out 2 is just not enough, obviously. So yeah, but interesting. So yeah, Fluff is going full force here every round for sure. Like, it was a strong defense again. They did not play around. Set up very good sidelines on fan. I think this is actually the map is actually a little defender sided in my opinion. Like from just what I saw so far, the attackers basically have to go to fan, as I explained earlier, but that makes it super predictable. And if you ever played on a factory with a fan, you know that like it's really hard to push into fan if the defenders are expecting it. Like it's just really hard because they can there's so many angles on it usually, and you cannot look into it properly without getting shot. It's like you just in this open big space behind the rotating fan blades, and the defenders know exactly where you're going to show up. So it's really hard to do that.
And I don't think
especially
it's
without the shield. Like back in the days, people used the shield to push the fan. We don't have that right now. So yeah.
I also don't think it's completely fair to say that like, hey, it's completely, defender sided because we haven't seen a play from Docs. And I don't know if that's going to drastically change my opinion on it. I don't know if it's going to change it just slightly. I think to fully decide if a map is attacker or defender sided, we need to see it fully. Like,
I mean, that's true. As I said, just from what we saw so far, we saw 2 rounds on this map so far, and it looks a little bit defender-sided, but it's hard to tell from just 2 games, you're right. Anyway, we're back to Aristide, which is the Chaos map. We're actually on game and match point for Fluffy. If they take this, then this is the cleanest victory we had so far. That's 5-0-5-0, which is a very strong performance. Well, I don't want to say this early. Maybe SPG takes this round. Would be great to see. So this is the Killer House map, the very big Killer House map. Again, all these maps are really big in this set, actually. With no short path to bomb. Well, only one short path to bomb, which requires a wall charge, though. Seems like SPG wants to set up a locker push. They don't want to go courtyard or checkpoint at all. They're scared of the windows, so they're all setting up for lockers, I believe. And, as Fluff is waiting for them with Frosty, Marbles, and Billboard all hanging around that area.
And they're off. They're all going to be going through this red door, it seems, which is going to be a very interesting play because we haven't seen this one yet. And this is through lockers. Billboard's trying to get some damage off just straight through the door.
Interesting.
And it's not working, but he is showing a lot of pressure on that door. Bud rushes up and is able to get the kill on Frosty.
Nat has a mean angle here through
yes,
drawers.
He does. That is a nasty angle. I was just looking at that. They don't see Marbles. They don't see him. He was able to get both Bud and Tofu.
Wow!
This is a 3K. It's just tied. He's looking for the 4K. Can he get it? Yes, he can. Goodness! For the final round, Marbles gets a 4K.
Wow! That push looked really good at first, but then they missed Marbles. Again, rule number 2, check your corners. Wow, Marble with the 4K just laying upon them. that was crazy. That was crazy. Wow, clean victory for Fluff here. Congratulations. Yes, that was a really strong performance. I have to stress that. SPG being the new guys here, not getting a warm welcome at all. Fluff is showing them like the cold shoulder here. You're not getting anywhere. This is our home. This is
no mercy.
Wow, dude, that was no mercy at all. Like that was all 10 rounds. Fluff was at peak performance, not pulling any punches, putting they execute every round perfectly. Had a great plan for every round, and they have strong players as well. Like they're good at aim, they're good at shooting, they're very experienced in the game, and they showed they are in here for the win. I think Fluff is going to be a very strong contender for the season winner this time around, for sure. They're up for blood. Oh, holy hell! I'm excited for the coming season. For sure. sure.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
After seeing both games back to back, we saw Flatline take a very decisive victory, and then as well we saw Fluff take double 5-0s. These teams, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you now, these teams are the teams to look for. If they match up against each other, that is a match to watch.
For sure. It might happen next week. Like, we're playing Swiss, just a reminder for people who are not aware. We're playing a Swiss style tournament. So basically what happens is now, like, every team now, like all of 12 teams either have a 1-0 or 0-1 stat line right now. So everyone won or lost exactly one round. And we're gonna match up the winners against the winners for next week and the losers against the losers. And after that, we're going to match up like the teams who got 2 victories against the people who got 2 victories, and so on. And so we might see Flatline versus Fluff next week. Who knows? It's and if not next week, then potentially the week after that. And that's going to be a very, very interesting match for sure. These 2 teams today proved that they have what it takes to be a winner for sure. And I'm still blasted away by the sheer will of Fluff. Like, they really, really want to take this. Like, and you can feel it. It's crazy.
And speaking of Fluff, let's go ahead and get some inside thoughts from their team captain,
for sure.
Marbles. Welcome, Marbles.
Hi, Marbles.
Hi, guys.
Congratulations.
A double 5-0.
That was a good win. It was a good win. Team effort from everyone.
How was I just want to say, how was the comms on that? Like, was it crazy hectic when y'all were able to get not only 1 5-0 but 2?
I would say that the team was very happy. Yes, we popped off in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
My heart's still kind of racing from that last play on that kill house.
A 4K. Impressive, Marbles. Impressive.
Oh yeah, the last round, that was crazy.
That was
just sitting behind the bar there.
Yeah. You gotta check your corners, dude.
For sure.
Yes, you do. I wanna quickly go back before we get into more team stuff. There was a factory map where you and I forgot who was with you, but y'all were at Fan. I think this was one of the first rounds, and then Sox was at Green Door on the factory map and was able to blind fire through a wall and get a kill. Did y'all see that player from Fan?
He saw their feet. The wall lining on factory. It's like a gate cage, so it's a little picked up. And he saw his feet as he ran in, and he just spammed through the wall.
Wow.
Okay, that makes sense. Still a great kill for sure. We were just like super taken by surprise when it happened. Like, so what happened there? Like, it's
very
you got wall hacks. No, like, he's not using wall hacks for sure. But like, it was like for a second it crossed my mind.
Yeah,
like that was crazy.
Sox is very, very nuts at this game. Very good.
Yeah. So how? Like, it seemed like your team is like really in for the win this season. Are you like really, really trying hard to be the season 2 winner? Is that what we're seeing here?
Season 1.
I mean, that's a goal for everyone, of course.
Sure,
everybody wants to win, but I think my team especially has been putting in the work. Day in, day out, just grinding the game back and forth. We get as much scrims as possible. We just, I mean, if you look at us, if you look back at one of our scrims, we're not as good as this right now. It doesn't come easy. You just got to keep grinding at it. Go back with that teamwork. Go back with that gunplay. Go back with flashing off your teammates. I would say we're a very economical team, and we just play for the win.
It for sure paid off. It paid off for sure. So yeah, it seemed like you did not pull any punches against the new team SPG. Like, did you feel bad for them at any point? Like, there was no mercy.
I would say that they are definitely looking like they could be a scary team. They definitely have some players that I think could pop off in certain situations. I mean, honestly, we're a completely new team too. If you think about it, there's some
in a sense
from Alpha season, but other than that, like, we got people who are dedicated to constantly playing the game, and we just grind. I would say that I would like to give a thanks to all my teammates, especially for putting up with this week of just constant back and forth scrims. One day we played like 4 best 3s in a row, against 4 different
Wow.
teams. Yeah. You just gotta. That's how we build our teamwork, and it doesn't come easy. Just, I would say that every team has the potential to be like we are, and if you just keep working at it, you can get a good shot at it. But I'm very
Definitely.
excited for the rest of the season, and I'm excited for our next week matchup. with it
As
being-
are we. And
sure.
just a little shout out reminder, we will be sending out the schedule for all teams soon. I don't know if that will be today, might be tomorrow as well, but that will be
Tomorrow,
sent out
probably.
soon. Tomorrow probably. So you can go ahead and get ready for those matches.
Yeah, so I have a less serious question.
Mhm.
What is it up? What's going on with all the dogs in your team? Like, what is up with that?
Well, the whole thing is everyone has their own special profile photo. So we got the logo and we edited it in ways to give everyone like a funny twist. Like, I have like a dunce hat on because I can be very stupid sometimes. With some of the things I do. And billboard. He's like his dog's plastered on a big billboard. And
Yeah, that makes sense.
and it's just fun. It's just we try to make it fun. If you're gonna show off
For
logos,
sure.
might as well just edit them and make them look good, and just have a little fun with it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was awesome.
Yeah.
As for me, I think I'm done with my questions, so I'm gonna let y'all continue if you have any.
I've one more basically. Well, not really a question, but like, okay, I think you got off really easy in this first week. So who like with SPG, like they're not terrible. They're good at the game, like, but they're
Yeah.
really new, and it showed that you have like more experience and you grinded, as you said, the game. So, but are there other teams you're looking out for? You're a little scared of, and if you have to face them next week or maybe the week afterwards,
think-
who are you? Who do you think is your biggest competitor?
I can tell you right now, we aren't scared to face any team. We're ready for these matchups. I think while we did get SPG week 1, I still think they were a team that could have taken rounds off us or could have even beaten us. Every team has that chance to just get a couple good rounds in a row and just take it to you. As you can see from the earlier games, not everyone can win every round. You're never gonna have
sure.
a perfect team that can win everything. And I think that's how our mindset approaches the game. We never think, oh, this is an absolute win. Every match, every round is taken like we need to win this round and we need to do it right.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's certainly how it looked.
You're always looking out at the current winners of this week. You got DFC, Flatline, Red Team. We're always keeping an eye on them. But honestly, I think we've gotten our system down and we're ready to just take any matchup we can play against.
We will see how would you perform against those teams in the next few weeks. And so, yeah, seems like your hard work paid off quite well. And it seems like you're all in the right mindset. So we're expecting great things now from you. So the pressure is on the little dogs, the little doggos. So, yeah, cool. Thanks for coming around for the interview. Thanks for playing. For sure. It was a pleasure. And I think we're gonna pop off. We're probably gonna rate someone if we can find someone to rate.
I think we will.
That's good. So yeah, for me again, as yesterday, a big thank you to everyone involved, like especially the community pushing this up, like the players putting in so much time. Like we have, like as Mabos just said, like the players are really in for this. This is happening because of the players. The players want to play this on a competitive level, and this is why this league exists in the first place. So yeah, big thanks to the players putting in the time and the effort to make this happen. They're showing up, they're scheduling. Like it's going really, really smooth again. It reminds me of season 1, which was a surprise to me that it did go so smooth. And this seems to this season is at a good start. Had this good start already, so I'm looking forward to more of that. The team's putting in the effort and putting on a good show. And well, yeah, as I said, thank you to community supporting this. A special big shout out to Clean today, who hosted or rated the stream, and we ended up with way more viewers than yesterday or the day before. And we were pretty happy with our view numbers already, but well, today flew our expectations, I guess. For sure. So that's cool. Thanks you for all hanging around as well, by the way. Like it's not like he raided and everyone left afterwards. No, most of them sticked around. So I'm very glad you did. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and we're gonna be back next week. The matches will be played again through Thursday to Sunday. We're going to have 6 more matches to go. The schedule will, as Plaeg just mentioned, go out probably tomorrow after we have created it, because it's Swiss, so we have to make a new schedule every week, which is we cannot plan it beforehand, which is a little bit stressful, but I'm sure we can manage it. And so thank you, Marbles, again for being here, and your team for putting on a very, very, very impressive show. Thanks, Plaeg, for being here with me, and as always, thanks for Stellaric being in the background.
Absolutely.
The one guy,
Thanks
you never hear
everyone.
his voice, but he's always here listening.
Always here.
And pulling the strings in behind the curtain. And also Simba was around again, helping, coordinating the teams and whatnot. And again, I'm not going to repeat everyone again what I said yesterday. Thanks to everyone. I guess when we're at it, it's just 2 more guys. I think it's Soap and Livius again doing the art, and I guess Clever Clover as always being in the background, organizing the league and whatnot, and putting in what it needs. So thanks everyone for making this happening. I'm enjoying this so much.
Me too.
Having the time of my life, and I'm super glad this is taking off as well as it does. So without further ado, that's it from me. Any last words from you?
No. Other than thank you so much for having me. My name is Plaeg. Thank you so much.
I'm TH Pine. We'll see you next week. Bye.
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 I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.